This podcast is brought to you by Colgate Total. We take oral health as seriously as you take sports. That's why Colgate Total Active Prevention uses advanced technology to help prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis before they start. It's clinically proven to provide 24-hour antibacterial protection with twice daily brushing after 4 weeks of use. So get a winning routine and prevent oral health problems before they start. Shop Colgate Total Active Prevention at a retailer near you.
Like I told you that I'm trying to dunk for the first time in my life, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. How's it going?
Well, I tore my quad.
So not good.
I was doing quarter squats of that and then jumping up on the box. And it was working. My initial height of running and jumping was like 10.6. Like it was an embarrassing start. I was up over 10.10.
That's plenty. Can you palm the ball?
No, see, I got little hands. I can't
you got those little baby boys.
How did you learn to jump so high? What are the techniques that you implemented to jump over human beings?
I got to be honest, man. Having a black dad helps. I got to say, the quarter squat box jump combo wasn't really in my...
You didn't have to resort to that? I've been doing this thing called the penultimate step. Have you ever heard of the penultimate step? All right, I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to do your intro. All right, here we go.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. Oh, Jason's fired up. You should be too, because this is a Wondery show brought to you by Xfinity. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Shout out to the University of Cincinnati. Shout out to the Tigers back in the Heights. Subscribe on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S. Jason, please tell everybody what we got coming up today. 90%ers, we got an amazing episode geared up for you guys today. We are going to talk a little bit about the draft from this past week, obviously covering heavily Chiefs and Eagles picks. We're also going to get into a little out of the house at NASCAR. Don't know if you saw that. Hence the Talladega. Oh, and as well, we have Blake Griffin joining us. That's right. The NBA playoffs are underway. So we decided we get the funniest, most talented basketball analyst out there, well, outside of Charles Barkley. Sorry, Blake. Dude, he's the fucking best. I can't wait to dive in with Blake, man. He's one of my fucking favorite people on earth, man.
He is the best. We're going to talk NBA playoffs, his incredible dunking abilities, as well as somebody else trying to dunk, and more. So before we get to that, let's get to some of that new
news coming in.
New news is brought to you by American Express. We won a Webby Award. How about that? Though very prestigious Webby.
Nice,
New Heights,
man.
Jason and Travis Kelsey won the People's Voice Award for Sports Shows Podcast. Thank you to all the 90%ers. Kylie also won an award. NGL, the real ones, voted her podcast. Wait, do they vote on that? Mike, yes. I got to light down. Light down, Mike. So this is voted on?
You got a lighting,
or is this
guy.
Just given... Well, Mike does a lot more than lighting, but yeah, for right now, he is a lighting guy.
What is this, the hotel table lamp?
That's 100%. Yeah, I'm on LA, baby. I'm trying to sling our garage beer. Leave me alone. All right, anyways. New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelsey won the People's Voice Award for Sports Shows, parentheses, podcast. Very prestigious award. Kylie also won an award with NGL. They won Podcast of the Year.
Woo!
Which I believe is a bigger award than we received.
It's probably the biggest award that they have there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Shout out to Kai running away with it. I love
it. That's right. Shout out to everybody on the staff over there, Emma, everybody else that has their footprints on the show. You guys have been killing it all year. Way to go. Yeah, and thank you to all the 90%ers that voted us. We very much appreciate it. Travis, on to the next bit of new news.
What's that?
Do we have beef with Meryl Streep?
I hope she doesn't have beef with me.
Let's play this clip. Gentlemen, Travis.
I'm a fan of Meryl Streep. I don't have any beef with her.
You might want to wait until you see this clip. Yeah, Travis got called out for some reason in Devil Wears Prada 2's promo video.
Oh, shit.
The hardest thing about shooting in Milan was walking in stilettos on the cobblestones. I'd like to see Travis Kelsey do that.
Oh, what? What?
Trev.
Oh, Meryl, you have no idea how good I am at walking in heels, okay?
I think we should recreate this. I think we should put this to the test, not recreate.
We're going to have to find some size 14 heels first.
Okay. Well, we can have those custom made. I'm sure there's some WNBA players that can put us onto some spots.
What's the heel, though? Is a heel, because I wear like Chelsea boots. Are those heels?
No. It's got to be a stiletto. It's got to be a pointy bottom. That's why it's hard.
You're right. I'll give credit where credit's due. I don't think I can do it, Meryl. I'll let you have it.
What, are you a quitter? You're a quitter? You're just going to give up to Meryl Streep?
No, I just don't think
You're a
I'm going to make it
athlete, Travis.
to Italy and walk in stilettos. Meryl Streep has quite the resume.
Well, she has a resume. That doesn't mean she's better at walking in stilettos than you just because she's a famous actress. Travis, we're competitors in the
I can
Kelsey
kind of
family.
correlate that, yeah.
We don't bow down to anybody.
When it's Meryl Streep, you kind of do. You just kind of like bow down.
Well, listen, if she was saying acting ability, I would get it.
I completely get it. To be fair, I would be acting if I had heels on, so.
Good point. That's a good point. All right. We're not going to put it to the test, apparently.
I'm not. I'm going to let you have that one, Meryl. Can't wait to see Devil Wears Prada 2, though. The first one was a banger. I know this one's going to be epic.
No dumb questions. Now that he has been called out by Meryl Streep, does Travis Kelce think he can walk on cobblestone with high heels? Well, we're never going to find out, Kitty.
I'll tell you what, Meryl. If I ever find myself in Italy on that cobblestone, I'll try and find a size 14 and we'll put it to the test. All right, now, Jason, you're a Talladega champ. You and Ricky Bobby.
That is correct. I am a Talladega champ. That's right. I went down there on behalf of Hendrick Motorsports. Been filming some things over at their headquarters in Charlotte. I've been doing some exercises to really learn what it's like to compete in the sport of NASCAR. I went out there. I trained with the athletes. I was learning their techniques, all the things that go into coordinating a pit stop. These guys are changing tires, gassing these cars all the way up and sometimes under the 9 seconds on a stop. They'll change all 4 tires, put gas in the vehicle, and then get it out on its way. It's remarkable, the coordination and timing and expertise that goes into that. I also went out on the track with William Byron, who drove me around at over 190 miles an hour around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, which was fucking awesome and terrifying all at the same time. I then got to drive my own vehicle. They did not let me drive 190 miles per hour, but I still drove faster than I ever driven in my life.
Ooh, how fast you go?
They do it by RPM. So I was driving, this thing had a regulator on it that capped you at 5,000 RPMs. And they said at one point I went 140. Everybody else said I was going 120. So we're somewhere between 120 and 140.
Oh, that's nothing.
You've done way faster.
I was going 135 in a Caravan when I was in high school. That thing flying
Those
around.
Caravans do not go 145. I guarantee you that.
They go 135 and they shake back and forth when you get up over 120. It's kind of a little dicey. They're not as aerodynamic as you think they are.
Anyways, the last bit of it was to go to Talladega and to be with the pit crew with Corey Day's team, the 17 car with Hendrick Motorsports. And it was incredible. I got to see it firsthand, what it's like on race day, how they set up everything. These pit crews, man, they're in charge of setting everything up on pit road, right? There's 5 of these guys that are doing all these jobs. The jack man has to run out there, jack up the car, take the new tire, put it on after the changer is taken off the front right. He has to put the front right tire on immediately after that. Then the changer, while he's bolting that thing on, he's taking the jack off, running around, jacking up the other side, doing it over there. And all this stuff is happening it's the dance that is taking place of speed, strength, athleticism, coordination. It is remarkable what those guys do each and every stop. On top of that, the drivers, everything they're doing to gain position, especially at Talladega, their foot is on the gas the entire race. You are wide open. The track is angled at 33 degrees.
Yeah,
so you are just zooming around that thing. And a lot of it comes down to drifting, and it's a very technical race from that standpoint. So Corey Day, first time ever racing at Talladega, ended up winning the race. Our driver.
That's
and I'll tell you what they had me doing, I was a sign man. So you put the sign down on pit road. That lets the driver know where to stop at. Sometimes you might want to stop it short. Sometimes you might want to stop it where he normally stops at. Sometimes you want to stop a little wide. So we did a short, wide stop. So it was a pretty technical job of the sign guy to move it up.
Get this fucking sign guy out of here. Dude, I have one question.
Oh, that wasn't my only job. Then they would have me be in the gas. I don't even know if there's a title for it, but I was passing the fuel in. And let me tell you, we won first place. I was the best fucking gas can passer on pit road that day, baby. Champions! 1-0, baby!
This guy's sick. It was the Saturday race, though, right?
It was not the Cup Series. It was not the Cup Series. The big dog.
Still, though, champion. Still, though, and for him to have his first race at Talladega and him come away with a podium was pretty dope.
That was the coolest thing. Obviously, this kid, he's a really good sprint car racer. He's won a bunch of races in that world. Now on the O'Reilly Series, first race at Talladega, gets his first win there. It was so electric down there. And just happy for him getting out the gates like that, man. That's an awesome moment. And it was cool to just watch. It was cool to be a part of. Obviously, my contribution was pretty much nothing. But you know what? I still get to say I'm a NASCAR champion, baby.
Why did they put a Scully on you? Why are you Scuba Steven it, man?
It's a good question. If you're behind the car, near the gas at all, everybody back there has to be in 100% flame-proof clothing. So your shoes, your socks.
You don't have it on your beard.
You're right. I actually think technically I was not following code. I think that thing was supposed to be over my beard.
Flag on the play. Take the medal away from him.
Don't you do this, Travis. Don't you do this. But I'll say that not only were we there on behalf of Hendrick Motorsports to witness what it's like to be in a pit crew, to see a race firsthand, to hear in the radio everything that's happening between the driver and the pit crew and the chief. We were also there to just experience Talladega and to be, that was my first time at a NASCAR event. And it was awesome. All the other teams, the way it's set up, the people that were there, the energy. Like when you watch it on TV, it does not do it justice. And everybody has said that to me for years. I went to the Indy 500 in college, felt similarly, but there's a level of having all of your senses engaged and watching these machines operate at this level that takes over you when you're there live. Like you literally feel these cars coming by you. Not just the wind, the revving of the motors, right? You feel the ground moving and shaking in some ways. Like it is a very sensory-driven experience. Whether you're in there, whether you're out there sitting on an RV watching outside of it, it was fun. It was a blast, especially now that I know more about it, rather than just watching them go around in circles and be like, I don't know how most of this works.
These guys are really good at taking left turns.
Somebody crosses it when the checkered flag's going. But yeah, awesome experience. Really appreciate them welcoming me in to kind of train with them and see what it's like firsthand. These changers, my guy Rod and Jafar, they got 5 bolts. They got the single lug in the Cup Series. It's just 1 lug in the Cup Series. They're getting 5 of these things off, taking it on. I mean, it's wild. It's a good time.
Hell yeah, man. And Hendricks is obviously, I mean, they're one of the top dogs every single year going around the NASCAR circuit.
That's right. Shout out to Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, hell yeah. My guy Clint Boyer's been in the facility. He's good friends with Brett Veach, and he's obviously a part of Hendricks too. And it's a fascinating league. And it got even more interesting since Michael Jordan's come in. I know they had that lawsuit. It's been amazing seeing 23 Racing take the fuck off this year. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've won the majority of the races so far. I know he won, I think, the first 3, 4, maybe even like 6 out of 10 or something like that. Those guys are absolutely rolling over there.
Having a good year for sure.
And it's been cool to see him kind of take his greatness and have it rub off onto the NASCAR world a little bit. Yeah, it's such a fascinating sport. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys ever go to a NASCAR event, man, you are not going to be disappointed. That thing is alive. It is rocking. It is not just people just sitting around watching the cars go by. Everybody is engaged, and there's things around the track and inside the track that you can have some fun with as well. You know, I think it's the ultimate weekend party if you can get to one of these things.
For sure. And the Boulevard is equally as fun after the race. Highly recommend.
Well, last bit of new news we got is George Kittle would like a Jason Kelsey intro for his alarm clock every single morning.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
He tweeted out, "Can I get a custom one of these introductions for my alarm clock every morning, please?" George, we can make this happen. You're going to have to come on the show, though, baby. Let's go.
That's what I was going to say.
Get my guy Kittle on the show,
do this,
man.
But you got to come on, George. We've been waiting for this.
Get my guy on here. Have some fun, man.
We've had so many legendary tight ends, and we still haven't had George Cup on. And now he just wants me to give him an intro. No, you got to be a 92%er first, George. That's how this works.
Oh, man. It's crazy how some of like the closest people to me I haven't like invited on the show yet. I'm the fucking worst, man.
Well, you don't like the presumption, right? You don't try to push it.
like
you don't want to like
Yeah, I don't like
get it.
asking people.
You're a polite Clevelander. You don't want to impose. It's
People have
it's
shit
very
going
standard.
on, you know?
Yeah, but I think George would like to come on the show. He's clearly, he's asking to come on the show with this, right?
Sounds like he just wants an intro. And George,
he doesn't want to come on the show. He wants to skirt the show and just get the invite.
You don't just get these kind of things. You don't get it. You have to come on the show, George.
Would love to give you an intro, George.
Get my guy Kittle on here, man.
Anytime you want that, you also do us a solid and come on the show. Absolutely.
Nah.
All righty, in case you missed it, we did have a couple episodes drop last week. There's a lot happening with the draft, a lot of NFL news coming out, but we did drop a Charlize Theron episode. We also dropped a bonus episode with my former offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland. They are both out there if you want to check them out.
Obviously, Charlize Theron's pushing the unbelievable movie Apex. It is a fucking thriller that you are not going to want to miss. And then obviously Jeff Stoutland, man, one of the best to ever do it. And a near dear friend to Jason, obviously. It was just cool to sit down and hear his stories, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Stout. We had Mulata come on too. Selleck was on there. We did a little round table. Trav and I talked to him. I really wanted it to try and be a celebration of his whole career and some of the things he's done and meant to certain people. Obviously, Mulata that clip did really well. One of the things that I think is being taken a little bit the wrong way. I do want to say this because it feels like it's getting out there. Is like he mentioned. I asked him, what went wrong last season? And his answer by a lot of people, because he said, you got to call the right play and the right defense, that's being made to look as though that's a dig solely at Kevin Patullo. I really think if you look at the whole quote, and this is the way Stout is, the whole quote is really referencing the players and the coaches. He talks about executing the plays, execution, and then not calling bad plays into bad defenses. And although Patullo was the play caller, I know Stout, and everybody's involved in that game plan. Everybody's involved in building that thing. So the plays end up getting called. Really, all he's saying there is to be successful in football, it comes down to the players executing and the coaches putting the players in the best position possible. And last year that didn't happen. That's what that was trying to say with that quote. So whatever.
Just so you 92%ers understand, the offensive coordinator is given the responsibility of putting the game plan together, right? He is a huge part of putting the pass game together, matching it up with the run game that is put together. But there are different, the offensive coaching staff comes together and somebody's given the run game, somebody's given the pass game, somebody's given the play action game, somebody's given the screen game. There are people that are putting in their input on the what the red zone looks like versus what backed up looks like when you're backed up to your own red zone. This isn't just one guy putting together a game plan and everybody following lead. You know what I mean? It is everybody on the same understanding that this is the best thing for us to attack the team that we're playing this week. So to throw it all on one person, first of all, Stout would never fucking do that. And second of all, for people to make that assumption, I think is pretty unfair.
Yeah. I get it because he said calling plays, but that's not the intention of it. And a lot of people just, like you said, don't understand what goes into all the plays that happen on a game day. All right. That's it for New News, brought to you by American Express.
Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Xfinity.
Let's talk Wi-Fi. That's right. Because whether you're streaming a big game, your favorite show, or just trying to stay connected, you need Wi-Fi that actually works.
So here's what's up. Xfinity has the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi. Plus, you can lock in one internet price for 5 years, guaranteed. No contracts or commitments.
That's right. Xfinity gets you online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's simple to set up, and there's no downtime.
So whether you're connecting with friends or catching up on your favorite shows, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years.
Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Get it now at Xfinity.com.
Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Powered by fiber. Connected to premises by coaxial cable. Thank you to our partner, American Express.
It's not always about where you go. It's about how you get to experience it. When you've got a little more access, everything just feels right.
With the American Express Platinum Card, you can get exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide, getting you closer to the moments that matter.
And when it comes to game day, Amex is taking membership to a whole new level. As the official payments partner of the NFL, card members around the world can enjoy incredible experiences all season long.
Including access to tickets, perks, and on-site activations at select games. That's how you make every game day feel like a win.
Unlocking access and elevating the fan experience. Not only does it feel right, but it's membership at its best.
Terms apply. Learn more about Amex's partnership with the NFL and premium events collection at go.amex/NFL. Thank you to our partner, Reese's. All righty, before we get into it, we can pull up the photo of Arvil Reese at the draft in his Reese's suit.
Okay, another Clevelander on the Reese's train. I see you, dog.
There we go. There we go. Look at him. Look at the young fella. Complete tux with the Reese's on the inside.
Ohio ball player right there if I've ever seen one.
Anyway, Reese's has 2 new limited edition cups. The returning Reese's Strawberry PB&J Cup and the new Reese's Marshmallow Cup. 2 winning combos for an epic lunch.
Get these Reese's Strawberry PB&J Cup and the new Reese's Marshmallow Cup today. It's only available a limited time only.
Whether you're in school or almost out for summer, these new Reese's are the lunchtime redemption you never know you needed.
They might make you wonder if everything happens for a Reese's.
Hi. I see what you did there. I see what you did. I see what you doing there.
You're insane. Well, how about we get into some NFL draft recap, Jason? How about it, huh?
I love that idea, Travis.
I had a feeling you'd be down. Draft recap is brought to you by Expedia, the one place you go to go places. Chiefs picks, we moved up to pick 6. We had the 9th pick and the 29th pick, and we traded up for the best DB in the draft, baby.
Nice. Look, he almost like he knew it was coming. Is that a red suit? He was in a red suit?
No, I think the red light is on him. I think it was more of like a...
It's making it look more.
Yeah, it was more of like, what's that color? Like a...
I don't know. I'm terrible with colors.
Like a dusty rose. But DB Mansour, he's down there, Louisiana guy, I believe. Nice. Went to LSU. And this face was made when he saw the Chiefs trade up. So he knew he was going to a pretty respectable team once this happened. And I'm sure he got the call when he saw him going up. Delaying on getting drafted by the Chiefs. A lot of top 10 teams, they're really not too good. But that's not the situation here. We have a championship team. Just had one little down year. But we're right back at it. And that's what I'm talking about, baby. Already coming with the fucking mindset of being a fucking top team. I absolutely love it. We had the 1st round pick, the 29th pick, as well as moving up to get Delane, Clemson DN Peter Woods at 29. And I'm pretty pumped about getting somebody on the other side of Chris Jones there on the D-line. Obviously, speed is out the world at how big he is. And I think he's going to fit right in Spag's scheme here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that's one of the beautiful things about Spag's scheme. He can find guys that really fit what he envisions within the defense. He's always very multiple. You see guys that go in there and do specific tasks. And obviously they like this kid to go up there and get him in the 1st round. And I also like the Delane pick. That defensive backfield has been picked apart so much over the past, 3 years or so. You know, Justin Reed, you got L'Jarius Sneed.
I'll say this: a lot of the big name DBs that we've had in years past are elsewhere right now. So getting an unbelievable DB, the best in the draft, and then getting a guy on the D line that can really help Chris Jones not get double teamed as much, or at least create matchups to where this kid can thrive early on and really bring something to the team. I think that's going to be a huge part to the defense. But, I mean, it doesn't stop there on the D-line. We got our Mason Thomas, edge from Oklahoma. The guy's a fucking freak in nature in terms of athleticism and explosiveness. I can't wait to see how this guy gets after the quarterback, man. It's been kind of something that the Chiefs have been looking at to get better at, and that's getting after the QB and really putting quarterbacks under duress, man. Obviously, we've always had Chris Jones there, and George is a fucking workhorse. Got Gillette last year, but I think this is going to be a game changer at the edge position. I know he had a hamstring last year on an unbelievable fumble recovery. So we'll see him when he gets in the building. I'm sure Spags will have a fun time putting him to work as well.
There we go. Who else we got here?
We got another cornerback from Oregon. He's kind of more of a nickel guy. I'm excited to see this guy get to work. Spags is obviously his nickel package it can get confusing to a lot of guys. So I'm sure Jaden Kennedy is gonna it'd be quite the chess piece for Spags. But after that, 2 to 3 picks that I'm pretty fucking excited about. And that's because they're all finally got to the offensive side of the ball in round 5. Emmett Johnson, running back from Nebraska. I believe he was like first team Big Ten, won a few awards at the running back position last year. We actually got to see him live when Nebraska played Cincinnati at Arrowhead. And then the other sideline, Cyrus Allen, wide receiver from Cincinnati, who I am fucking jacked up to see. We got another Bearcat in the building. We actually got 2 Bearcats in the building. One came as well as Jeff Caldwell in the free agency pickup. But Cyrus Allen he's a route runner, man. He's a route runner. When we were talking about, what do I want to see in a guy in the wide receiver room, he has his own twist on a lot of routes. And he has the quickness. He has the decisiveness. He really knows how to use his shoulders and his quickness and rhythm to get DBs in a bind, man.
Listen, he's from Cincinnati, so he's going to be tough. He's going to be physical. He's going to be a guy that loves football. And he loves drafting Bearcats. I mean, look how many successful Bearcats he's drafted. Not just me and you, Brent Selleck, Trent Cole.
Yeah, Brian Cook.
Oh, Cook. Thank you. Yeah, either way, Andy loves the Bearcats. Cyrus Allen, Cincinnati Bearcat. Tough, physical, fast. Wow.
Get this dude out of here. Overall, I thought we did an unbelievable job on getting young guys that looked like they love ball on the film that I watched of them and looked like they can come in and help out right away, man.
Garrett Nussmeier, son of a coach. I was actually with his father in Philadelphia. We'll see.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Chiefs draft class, Trav? A lot of defense early, getting some offensive pieces late. I guess you guys solved some of the offensive stuff early in the draft this year or earlier in free agency this year with Kenneth Walker. Yeah,
man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped on just seeing these young guys getting in the building. I thought we had a great team last year. We got a lot of those pieces back, and the ones that we lost, we filled those needs ASAP. So I think these guys, once they get in the building, they feel the culture and they feel how we do things here. It's an exciting time, man. And I thought shout out to Brett Veach and the crew for doing hard work and getting the guys that we need in the building, man.
All righty. Well, Eagles also had a draft this week, and they went round 1, pick 20. Makai Lemon, wide receiver out of USC, was the Bolitnikov. I don't know if that's how you say it, but he was the receiver of the year in college football. Should be pretty good. This was a patented Howie Roseman pick. He was expected to be a top 15 guy, started sliding, and Howie trades up ahead of the Steelers to snag him at pick 20. This is just further proof that I think this Eagles offense is changing, right? Like, the Eagles and Jalen Hurts have not thrown the ball over the middle of the field very much. That's something that fans have criticized a lot. And this was really most of his production in college, right? He's a shorter guy, going to operate out of the slot, a little bit smaller, but he is physical.
You put that film on, man. This guy can play some fucking ball.
Catches everything. They're playing some highlights where he is going up and getting the ball.
Strong receiver too, man. He's a strong receiver.
A lot of the comparisons are the Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mini Puka Nakua. And you see exactly with this offense that Sean Mannion is bringing with all the motions and shifting the formations from 3-by-1 to 2-by-2, having those guys insert some of the creative, unique things they might be able to do with this guy. Cowboys not too happy that the Eagles traded up for him, or that the Cowboys traded with the Eagles to allow them to come up to 20 and draft Makai Lemon. At JD Cowboys 2, I deadass would have rather traded with North Korea. That's a pretty hilarious tweet right there. I don't know how many picks North Korea had in this one. Didn't see a lot of the Koreans off the board. We have Jerry Jones on trading with the Eagles. If I eliminated trading with all the teams that I wanted to beat their ass, you wouldn't have anybody left to trade with.
Meaning he wants to whoop everybody's ass, not just the Eagles. So if he needs to trade, he's not just, not trading to one team. Yeah.
Well, we sure appreciate it. We sure appreciate it. Yeah, Eagles have done this where they've been trading up recently. I feel like Howie, a lot of this has gone from like when he sees somebody sliding and sees the perceived value, especially if it's at a position of need, he is not shy at pulling the trigger. Did the same thing with Jalen Carter. Obviously, we drafted value with Cooper DeJean as he was sliding in the draft a couple years ago. They've been doing a great job of getting value out of some of these picks in terms of like where the consensus has them rated. Pick 2, they go tight end from Vanderbilt, Eli Stowers. I don't know anything about him because I don't watch a lot of college football. I know
quite a bit about him, man. This kid is a fucking stud. Well, then go ahead,
Travis. Please tell me.
You guys got a stud, man. The word around town is he doesn't have quite the size, but I'm I'm telling you, man, this kid knows how to play some fucking football, man. He knows how to run routes. He's got a good feel. He can run, and when he has the ball in his hands, man, you'd be surprised on how much with this lack of size that they're saying, how many tackles he breaks, and just how good he is, man. He was one of Vanderbilt's best players, I thought, when I watched him play.
And again, it's another thing with this offense, right? Big decision you have to make. Do you go 11 personnel? Do you go 12 personnel? How can you do all these runs and concepts and motioning guys around? And 12 personnel, a lot of teams utilize it. I mean, the Rams were utilizing 13 personnel, one running back with 3 tight ends. When you have a guy that can go out wide while also coming inside and block linebackers and safeties, crack down on the defensive end, you have screen options with them. These guys are very valuable, and we see it addressed right away with the first-round pick with Mekhi Lemon and the second-round pick with Eli Stowers.
Oh, yeah.
Third pick, they address the offensive line. Obviously, Lane Johnson is getting a little bit older. We thought they would take a tackle at some point. Some people thought it would be earlier in the draft. They ended up addressing it at the third round at pick 68 with Markel Bell. Monstrous of a man. This guy is huge. We don't have his stats up here, but he's something like 6'9", 350, basically. He is a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big man out here in Philadelphia.
How big of a boy are you?
He's a big boy. He's a big old son of a gun. Honestly, this one, I mean, mountain of a man. Long arms, big old hands. Not the most fleet of foot, which is a little surprising in some ways to me because this system is more rooted in outside zone concepts. Traditionally, these offenses have drafted guys that can open their hips and run and cut off on the backside and do screens and play well with the misdirection game. This guy is suited to be a great pass blocker, right? Drop back, long arms, very rangy, going to be very good in that regard as long as he can mirror and redirect with people. More of a power downhill guy, which some of these offenses have shifted recently. The Rams now run more duo than they do outside zone, right? Those offenses started in outside zone. Now they're running more dive concepts, more downhill plays. Maybe that's something that'll tell you about what the Eagles think they might do in the future. They don't go with the smaller, more athletically nimble tackle. They go with the big stalwart that'll be able to protect the quarterback and run downhill runs. Interesting pick there in the third round. Round 5, they go Cole Payton. Get a little quarterback depth from North Dakota State. We've had some North Dakota State success at the quarterback position.
Okay, Carson.
Shout out. Cole Payton. Interesting. We still have Tanner McKee on the roster. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is a starter. We still have Tanner McKee. Went out and signed in this offseason Andy Dalton. Now we have another quarterback in the room and Cole Payton in round 5. Round 6, they go Micah Morris. Different than Markel Bell. Equally as big. Monsters, man. This guy is explosive. He's close to that 350 bill mark too. I mean, he's a big boy. These are big boys out here in Philadelphia. He's close to 340, pushing that, something like that. I mean, the jersey's hanging on for dear life when you put that tape on. He is 6'5", huge, but this guy can move. I mean, he's jumping 30 inches at that weight. He's running sub 5 in the 40. I don't even know if that's true, but his RAS score was off the charts.
Get this dude out of here.
Anyways, but honestly, this guy can move. Very explosive. Honestly, you look at the metrics, it's like, why was this guy around in the 6th round? Which kind of is concerning a little bit. Like when you're that big, that strong, that fast, you're not supposed to be there in the 6th round, right? You're usually going earlier. So maybe the tape is more of a developmental player. I don't know what I didn't watch him specifically, but when you look at the metrics, like this guy should be a much higher pick. Maybe he doesn't bend well. I don't know. We'll find out, though. I'm excited to watch him play. I like watching big athletic freaks of nature, which gets me to the next guy in the 7th round. Uar Bernard from Nigeria. He's never even fucking played football, but he looks like a Nigerian god, not a Greek god, a Nigerian Greek god. He's fucking huge. Look at, pull up his shit. 6'4.5", 306 pounds, 6% body fat, 39-inch vertical, 10'10" broad jump, 14 inches longer than any other defensive tackle, 4'6", 340. If you put it side by side with Myles Garrett, he's dwarfing him. One caveat, though, he hasn't played football.
Oh, yeah. Just a small.
He's a D lineman. Just fucking run fast and hit people and get in the way. Wreak havoc. Knock shit over. You're fucking superhuman. Put his highlights up of him working out, because I do want to point this out. I'm kind of being funny. There's a lot on this kid's shoulder because of what happened with Jordan Mailata, right? The Eagles in the 7th round.
Well, there's a lot on this kid's shoulders because he just got compared to Myles Garrett.
Well, but before we get to it, watch these highlights and tell me what you see. Because I noticed something right away that I think is going to take some time to develop. Not this part. Look at that. I mean, what the fuck is this? It's like they went to the Arnold Classic and found the biggest specimen they could. Here's where I started noticing stuff. What do you see?
I mean, he's just not used to moving like a football player. He can get going straight, but he's just got to put in a lot of work, and it's a different type of skill set, man.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. The metrics are off the charts. So to get a guy with this much physical talent in the 7th round is incredible. But he's never played the game. There's a level of stiffness in the change of direction and the agility that he's going to have to develop, right?
And there's an understanding of the game to have the savviness to play the game within the game that is, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's definitely a developmental guy, but to get drafted in the 7th round is quite the feat for him. All that hard work that he's done to put into his body to get to where he is right now, man, hats off, brother.
If he can learn to play with great pad level, work on changing direction more efficiently, using his hands. If this all pans out, you could have an incredibly high player with a high ceiling. Those are a lot of ifs. And it is rare for a guy that's never played the game to just come in and learn the sport. Even though football and defensive line in particular, like, dude, you take big, fast, strong people, they usually pan out. But this is a very green player. It did work out with Jordan Mailata. For every Jordan Mailata it works out with, there are guys that it doesn't work out with. I remember Brock Lesnar got brought into a camp one year with the Minnesota Vikings, and he was there for like maybe 1 or 2 preseason games. And I mean, he is a physical specimen.
Yeah.
You have to also have the knowledge of the game, the desire, the love of the game, especially if you're going to be playing in the trenches. You got to want it.
We're going to see how much he wants it, man, because you're going to get double teamed. You're going to get blindside. You're going to get trap blocked. Like it's as much of a mental game in that interior as it is physical, and it can get pretty taxing on you or at least it can get pretty humbling in the beginning for him. So hopefully he sticks at it, and hopefully the Eagles found someone that's got that Jordan Mailata type spark to him.
Well, what Jordan had obviously was great coaching too. Jeff Stoutland, it took him 2 years working with Jordan to try and get him on the field, right? He almost got cut up until the moment he started producing. This guy's going to be working with Clint Hurt, Jeremiah Washburn. There's really good coaches that the Eagles have on that side of the ball. And if I'm a coach, I am so excited to work with this kid. You see these metrics, there's potential there. The explosion, the linear ability to move is astronomical. You don't see these kind of numbers out of football players really ever at this size.
Yeah.
So if that type of linear explosion, if we can get the agility going, if we can get the body mechanics right, and we can teach the technique in rushing the passer and defending the run and how to use your hands and how to sink your hips and understand formations. There's going to be a learning process, but I am very excited to see if this kid can get it done.
Do you think he's an interior D-line, or do you think he's an edge guy? They gave the comparison to Myles Garrett, the 40 and the broad jump and the explosiveness. All that sounds good on paper, but I think he's kind of more of a 3 technique. Just based off of how his hips are and just, the techniques and everything like that.
I think he'll be a 3-4 D end, and he'll be a 3 technique when they reduce from a certain side, right? He's not going to be – he might be able to play a 5 technique with an outside backer on the ball outside of him. I doubt they have him on the edge, right? I doubt he's going to be that player. Maybe, some teams have done that with bigger guys, especially early downs, to just man mountain D and tight ends. Yeah. But I would expect this guy probably to get a lot of work at 3 technique, 4 technique, 5 technique, and base defense.
I can't wait to see this guy put the pads on first day. I can't wait.
I'm going to go down there just to watch it myself. They had 3 picks in the 7th round. There's actually a pick right before that. I glossed over it. Cole Wisniewski, safety from Texas Tech, played with a Wisniewski. He would not transition to a safety. We also got round 7, pick 252, Keyshawn James Newby, outside linebacker, New Mexico. So Eagles, opposite of the Chiefs, they go offense early with some of those higher picks. And then once they got to the later rounds, really started addressing some of the defensive needs. Well, still was primarily offense, actually. They didn't draft a defensive guy until round 7. But then they went straight defense. Either way, I'm excited a lot about this class. The other part of the Eagles draft was Howie trading the 2 third-round picks to the Vikings for Jonathan Grenard. This was a missing piece on that defense. Obviously, Jalen Phillips signed a $120 million deal in free agency. They lost out on that edge defender who really brought a lot to the defense midway through the season. Now they get Jonathan Grenard, a very good player from Minnesota.
4 years, $100 million.
Yeah.
How much money does Philly have, man?
Howie is a wizard. I mean, he just finds a way to get it done. I don't know that I feel like they can finagle whatever they want because they just know how to structure it. I don't really understand how it works. Oh, also got to shout out Jeffrey Lurie for spending the money. But yeah, they find a way to get really good players, and they do it very often by spending a fuck ton of money. So shout out to the Luries for investing in the team. Shout out to Howie for understanding the salary cap and how to finagle every dollar you can out of that thing to maximize the talent on the roster. So that is also a huge part of the Eagles draft, which ultimately with that alone, it's a successful draft. Mekhi Lemon pan out. Some of these guys they picked, the tight end from Vanderbilt. I mean, this guy in the 7th round, if we get another Jordan Mailata, although I don't want to start anointing him yet, a lot to like about this draft from the Eagles. All righty. Outside of Eagles and Chiefs, there were a bunch of other players selected in this year's draft.
Yeah. Roughly 290.
We do not watch a lot of these guys, but we are excited to see someone play. Obviously, everybody's talking about Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall to the Raiders, and people have known that for a long time. Only the 4th quarterback since 1967 to win the Heisman, the Natty, and go number 1 overall in the same season. That's an interesting stat.
There you go. I'm interested to see, exactly how they go about playing them. Obviously, they have Kirk Cousins. I know Ty Simpson was picked by the Rams.
Matthew Stafford.
Our guy Matt Stafford is still obviously he just won MVP. He'll be the starter there. So you get a guy that's, looking to learn under him. I'm interested to see if, that's the approach the Raiders take.
Yeah, where do you stand on that? Like, I do.
I mean, I'm for it, obviously, because I've seen it work. I've seen it happen. I've seen Pat Mahomes learn under Alex Smith.
Yeah, you got Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, a lot of really big name guys sat for a second, but there's also a lot of big Tom Brady behind you, Bledsoe. There's a learning process, but at the same point to what Deion Sanders said, man, I never learned nothing sitting on the bench. Like, you need to go out there and play to do the best. Like,
shout out to Deion. That was a epic fucking quote.
That was a banger. Peyton Manning, led the league in interceptions, but he played his rookie year and learned a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah. Look what Caleb Williams was able to do last year.
I do think in general, more so than playing or not, I think it's really good for young quarterbacks in particular to learn how to prepare, to learn how to watch film, to learn all that stuff from veteran quarterbacks that have been doing it for a long time and know that side of it. So and
Mendoza is one of the best at that.
Yeah, Mendoza is in a great situation just being in the same room with Kirk Cousins, regardless of what the playing time situation ends up being at the end of the day. He is going to learn a ton about what it takes to compete and prepare at the highest level. Same thing, obviously, for Ty Simpson.
And I'm sure he's got old Tom Brady right there in his back pocket, helping him if he ever needs, That's
a good point. There's another guy there. Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, outside of those quarterbacks, another big draft pick for this show was Jets Jake not getting who he wanted the Jets to take because he knows exactly who should have been taken at number 2.
Dude, David Bailey is a fucking dog.
No, but
he cannot possibly be upset at them getting David Bailey.
Oh, he is.
That dude is a fucking game changer.
Jake, before they picked, said, "Don't mess it up, Jets," with a picture of a handwritten sticky note, Arvell Reese, no matter what. He put in the time to really study who they should pick.
Listen, Arvell Reese, Glenville High School up there in Northeast Ohio, up in Cleveland.
It's a Glenville guy.
Oh, yeah. Went to Glenville, Ohio State to the NFL, as we know it. For a lot of guys, that's almost a powerhouse up there in Cleveland in terms of getting guys getting guys to Ohio State or getting guys to the Big Ten and into the NFL. So I'm excited for just to see Arvell Reese, play some football in the league, man. Fellow Cleveland guy. But I think David Bailey was a pretty goddamn good pick.
Nothing will bring me greater joy than when David Bailey turns into like a 10-year New York Jet, like multiple Pro Bowls, and is like, I just can't wait for Jake to have to eat that entire sticky note. Sorry, love you, Jake. All right, last thing, shout out the lineman Caleb Lomu, drafted in flip-flops and jorts. This is a big green flag for offensive linemen wearing jorts and flip-flops. Tells me
with
all
a quarter
I need
zip?
to know. I'm fine with a quarter zip. Quarter zip's nice and comfy.
Those are nice jeans. So nice.
Yeah, they're not cutoffs.
Shaven.
Definitely better.
Nice
it's
shave,
bigger green
shades.
flag if you cut off those jean shorts yourself. Those are bought jorts. Bought jorts, not made jorts.
Well, maybe he's not as good with scissors.
Either way, I did love the internet falling in love with him dancing. Did you see these dance moves from my guy Caleb?
I did see them, but I'll see him again. Come on, put him up there.
Very similar. Lane Johnson's got some similar moves. I've seen him pull in the locker room. I think he's got good hips, fluidity, smooth. To move like this, you got to be kind of athletic. You can't just be pulling that out if you're big stiffy.
No, listen, if you're
Dude, I'm all in. I think this is a major green flag. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
Good hips, rhythm, loose, confident. Come on now.
Show it off, big dog. That's hilarious.
All righty. That's a wrap for the New Heights Draft Recap. The New Heights Draft Recap was brought to you by Expedia.
Yes.
Thank you to our partner, Expedia.
Summer trips, weekend getaways. Most of us have travel on the brain right now.
And honestly, you want to keep planning simple. That's where Expedia comes in. It's the all-in-one travel shop.
Ain't that the truth? Flights, hotels, vacation rentals, cars, activities, everything is right there on the app. Dude, I remember going on trips when we were kids, and it felt like everything was booked on Expedia because of how much mom went through all these different avenues to make sure it was all set up for us. And
yep.
I mean, it definitely just makes it more synchronized and just makes it feel easier when you're actually on the trip itself.
No question, especially when mom's taking care of all of that logistical stuff. Yeah, mom had some help from Expedia to really nail down those trips.
Dad, you just do the driving.
Yeah, Dad, he might have booked. Yeah, Mom did most of the heavy lifting. Here's the thing about planning a group trip. It gets messy fast. Everyone's got different schedules, different ideas.
Yeah, but no stress, Jason. Expedia's got you. When you bundle, you can save up to 30%.
Everything you need in one app.
Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
Members only, savings vary. See site for details. Thank you to our sponsor, Planet Fitness.
We all know how hard it is to stay on top of your fitness when you've got a million things going on.
No question. But here's the thing. Planet Fitness makes it easy. They've got all the equipment you actually want, plate-loaded strength machines, functional training equipment, treadmills, free weights, all of it.
And get this, there's over 2,800 locations. That's a lot of locations. So no matter where you are, there's usually one nearby. Oh, and memberships, they start at $15 a month. Most clubs are open 24 hours too, so you can roll in whenever it works for you.
Whether you're bouncing between cities for work or just balancing a busy schedule, Planet Fitness has you covered.
Get strong at Planet Fitness. Join the club today in person, online, or the free Planet Fitness app.
Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. Must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with a parent or guardian. Thank you to our sponsor, Allstate.
Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. That's smart. Not checking your appearance before a big interview. Man, nothing says welcome to Hollywood like a stained shirt or bedhead.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. And that brings us to our next section, the one we've been looking forward to all show. It's time for our convo with Blake Griffin. That's right, the one and only. This conversation is brought to you by Reese's.
Tee up Blake's highlights. We'll just watch them.
God damn.
That alone will be the most electric episode we've ever done.
So what about this one? Do you remember this one?
Holy shit. How did you learn to jump so high?
What were you thinking? What were you thinking when you did that?
When you jumped over Timothy Mozgov, was that planned or how did you feel about that?
Like I told you that I'm trying to dunk for the first time in my life, right? I told you this, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. How's it going?
Well, I tore my quad.
So not good.
No, I was going to say yeah, go ahead, Jason. Tell them how you tore your quad.
All right, so I've been doing this type of training where apparently you lift heavy and then you do explosive jumping afterwards. That's supposed to make you jump higher if you're not born naturally with it, right? So I was doing heavy quarter squats,
If you're not born naturally.
supplemented with jumping on top of a box. So I did 7 plates the week before, and I was doing quarter squats of that and then jumping up on the box, and it was working. My initial
Over
height
500
of jumping, like running and jumping, my initial height of running and jumping was like 10.6. Like, it was an embarrassing start. I was up over 10.10. So I was like high enough to get there, I feel like. So I just wanted like
Can you
that.
palm the ball?
No, see, I got little bitch hands. I can't.
You got those little baby boys.
Yum, 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 yum. I like So I try to get just one more inch, hopefully, and I go back in there and I'm squatting again. And the week after that, I tore my quad doing the quarter squat and had to sit it down. But I'm getting ready to start it again. Do you have any how did you learn to jump so high? What are the techniques that you implemented to jump over human beings?
I got to be honest, man. Having a black dad helps. I don't know. I mean, my mom,
she didn't bring much to the table.
Great athlete in her own right. More of a runner, long distance.
Cardio.
But yeah, I don't know. That helps for sure. I got to say, the quarter squat box jump combo wasn't really in my
You didn't have to resort to that.
Yeah.
I've been doing this thing called the penultimate step. Have you ever heard of the penultimate step? All right, I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to do your intro. All right, here we go. No, man, I just jumped.
That felt like that was the intro right there.
All right. Our guest today is the 6'9" forward from the University of Oklahoma. He was the number one pick in the 2009 NBA draft, the 2011 Rookie of the Year, 2011 Slam Dunk Contest champion, 6-time NBA All-Star, 5-time All-NBA. He made his broadcasting debut this NBA season as studio panelist on Amazon Prime, 92%. Please welcome perhaps the greatest dunker of all time, Blake Griffin!
Hyped up right now.
Yeah, baby. I am sweating. I am sweating from that intro.
He usually blows a gasket.
Well, yeah, busts a blood vessel in your eye.
Appreciate you jumping on the show, man. How's broadcasting going, dog? You guys are in the heat of the fucking playoffs right now. You get the full year under your belt. How you been enjoying Amazon?
It's been awesome, man. I figured I was going to enjoy it. Obviously we love the sport we play, but I enjoy it so much more. And part of that is just like, dude, I get to sit in a room and watch the games with Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Udonis Haslem. Taylor Rook is our host, and she's awesome. So it's like we just sit there and we watch games and talk, and like that part's fun, but also trying to usher in this new era of sports media and how people view the game, especially in basketball. I think football, they do such a good job. But basketball, I think it needed sort of like a education and like an uplifting standpoint, because obviously, like you guys know, like it's not easy. Like we're all, training extremely hard, trying to win, putting forth so much effort. And, sometimes it comes down to these little things. So just trying to like educate fans to sort of see the game, I guess, through the way we see it, has been a blast. But I've had so much fun.
Well, Jason is very much one of those people that think everybody in the NBA is just out there running and jumping and chucking up threes.
I've never said that once.
Not wrong.
Let me ask you this. How has the game changed? Because it does feel like the NBA has changed from, especially when we were kids. It's continuing to evolve. It's continuing to use more floor space. How have you seen it continue to change now as an analyst from when you played?
Well, for one, the pace has changed, and there's all these advanced analytics that talk about pace, right? But pace is sort of a deceiving stat because it's sort of just tracking, how much you're going up and down. But now with every player being so skilled, like now centers shoot threes, power forwards, everybody shoots threes. Right. Everybody can handle the ball to a certain extent. Now, some guys don't, but most teams and most of the good teams, everybody is such a dynamic player that the court is even more spread out. So now you're seeing longer closeouts. You're seeing guys be able to drive and kick, and all that stuff in the half court is happening so much more. I also think that, a side note, like that's why we're seeing a few more injuries. Like the pace is it's similar to like the 90s, but there is so much more movement and so much more dynamic movement.
Interesting.
We've gotten to a place where I think the game is in a good place. It's just different than it was. And a lot of that was, Golden State coming in and Splash Brothers and all these teams shooting threes. And I also had this thing where it's like, that was great for them. And they had two of the best shooters of all time. Yeah. And now you're sort of watching, some of these other teams, like teams that are sort of tanking or rebuilding and young, and they're playing the same way. And it's like, it's glaring when you're taking 50 threes and you're missing, 42 of them.
50 fucking threes.
Make some adjustments.
Is insane.
Yeah.
Insane for an entire game.
I mean, by the way, that's like, it's like normal now. Like teams that don't even shoot the three well shoot high 40s. So it's wild, but I can always find things that I really appreciate about the game. I mean, we have some of the best young players. We sort of have this like weird moment right now, or it's a great moment of like, we still have the LeBrons, the KDs, the Stephs, like all these guys that we've known for years, but we also have these young guys who are fucking incredible. And they are like ushering in this new era of superstars. So to me, the game's in such a good place. And I'm excited about it.
Give me a quick three of these young guys. Who do you think is really going to be taking over this league, or who are your three favorite, or a couple of them right now?
I mean, Wemby is like if you guys,
that's insane, dude. He's an alien. Can't tell me he's not an alien.
If you haven't had a chance to see him play in person, I got to see him in person for the first time. Like his follow through on a free throw is like 9-10. You know what I mean? So think about when he jumps and when he fades away, you're not blocking it. And then defensively, it's fun to watch him play defense, and we don't really say that often about guys. So he's like the obvious like outlier of just like a complete freak of nature, but also so dedicated to the game. Shea's obviously just on his tear. We'll win another MVP in my opinion, and they're the best team in basketball. Another guy that I love watching play is Cade Cunningham.
Nice. Yeah.
He's like, I think he's so good. I mean, he's so under control.
He finally took off this year. Had Detroit number 1 in the East.
Yeah. So, like I said, game's in a good place, and that's just three of the few young guys that are really good.
Are there guys in the league that you watch play and just like, man, if I just had one fucking dribble, I'd fucking go up and put him in his place and just stuff him in the fucking rim?
Brother, every day. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to. I'm sure, Jason. You like, it's hard to not to watch games and think like, oh man. Like certain moments, especially end of games, big plays, like big moments, like that's the one thing that I feel like I do miss that you never really get back. But also like, man, I gave everything I had to my career, and I'm happy with what I'm doing now, and it's fun to be on this side. But yeah, I'd for sure challenge a lot of those guys. I'd try. It might not go well, but I'd try.
Well, we got to ask you, as two Clevelanders, what do you think of the Cavs? What are we going to do in the playoffs?
Toronto just tied it up. Fuck.
Yeah.
I know. We'll see. So the biggest thing was like, man, like physicality in the playoffs over the last couple of years has sort of been the thing that they didn't match well. In the first two games against Toronto, you're like, man, this team looks pretty good. They're playing free. I think they're so talented. Donovan Mitchell is unbelievable. We know what James Harden is. I think they just need to get some of that, like, you know what? Like, let's go out and let's play defense aggressively as we possibly can. Take the Oklahoma City model of like, they just foul the shit out of people, and they sort of look at the refs like, I dare you to call everyone. You can't.
Yeah, that's kind of the Belichick way in the NFL. Make them call it in the playoffs.
You know what I mean? And the game just changes in the playoffs. So I love their team. I think like, especially if Orlando gets past Detroit, like that's their matchup in the second round, and Orlando's sort of up and down, and they match up well lengthwise. So I think they've got a chance. You just need to see them play like a much more physical brand of basketball, I think, in my opinion.
Come on, baby. Come on, Mobley. Come on, baby. Start throwing those fucking bows in the fucking paint, man.
Mobley was the guy that like I realized like I should probably retire when I was like lined up next to him. It is just a freak, just 6'11", like couldn't get around him. I was like, you know what? It's probably time. It's time.
Is there an art with like the fouls to like, one, not get called, but two, just really get in the other person's head, especially if they're like a shooter? Like, what do you do to like take a team out of 3-point shooting by getting maybe their best players rattled?
Yeah, I think it's like very player dependent. Like some guys don't like contact. Some guys do like contact. The guys that don't like contact, it's about like from the tip, like making sure you get a hand on or they feel you at every moment, like really like making them realize, hey, you're gonna be in for a long night. Like physically, I'm gonna rough you up a little bit. For team wise, taking away the three is so hard because, like we just talked about, the court's so spread out. I think that's what Detroit's running into right now is, they don't have a lot of great 3-point shooting, and on top of that, they're not shooting the ball well from three, and so that court just shrinks. So they're packing the paint. So now you're not getting inside as easily, and the whole game changes. So defensively, like, to me, physicality in the playoffs is what really like sets team apart. Like Oklahoma City, like I just mentioned, like they're on you at every moment of the game. And, I say they foul. I wouldn't say they just play so physical that they're sort of setting the team that hits first and sets the physicality level. Like that's the team that sort of dictates the game, in my opinion, especially
similar in the NFL, man. If you come out and you fucking set the tone early, man, that'll put a team in a tough position.
Yeah, is that like a thing you guys would like talk or think about? Is like, hey, like what even if you're starting offensively, like you're like, hey, like we just want to make our presence felt first drive.
First play, we're going to come out in 13%. We're coming out with three tight ends. And we're going to run dive right at them. And we're going to set this tone. We're coming right down the middle. It would also be also telling what the coaches thought of the game. Because it'd be like, hey, second play, we're going to start with a trick play. And say, okay, you don't think we can match it physically. We're going straight to the trick plays. You got it, coach. We're going flicker. So they'll never – we got to sneak one off the top of these boys.
He didn't really believe in us like I thought he did. But, okay, so, like, let me ask you a question. Like, you'd come out – like, say you get hit in the mouth first. How hard is it to change that through the course of the game?
I mean, again, that probably it depends on who it is. Like some guys, the physicality affects them more, and some positions it affects them more, right? Like quarterback, if you get rattled, some of those guys can respond from it, and some of those guys just the rest of the game are thinking about it, and it makes them a tick off in their timing or gets them off their spot. They start setting up deeper, which messes all sorts of other things up. For me personally, I don't know. Like if I got hit early, I would just be like, man, next time that happens, I'm going to make sure I fucking don't get mollywopped. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to learn my lesson there. I'm going to go down with my head down and get a 15-yard penalty, but I'm not letting that happen again.
Great use of mollywop right there.
Mollywop. No, I kind of need that first hit. I like that first hit to happen early for me.
It does kind of snap you into it.
It like kind of gets the juices flowing, activates some things, gets your mind into it, and then from there it's just kind of like, the armor is set and you're ready to fucking roll. But I kind of like getting involved early so I get that catch and try and impose my will or set the tone with a first down or something like that. Get up and start hooting and hollering and get guys pissed off on the other side of the ball. Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. When you've got a team pissed off, it's the best.
Dude, so you used to play football? What position? You got to tell me, what age did you stop playing?
I stopped my sophomore year. I was just like playing too much basketball, but I was a wide receiver and like a safety. I didn't really like fill out until like after my sophomore year.
You were a safety?
Were you 6'9" and as a sophomore? Or how tall were you?
No. I was like sophomore year, I was probably only like 6, or freshman year, I was probably like 6'5", 6'4". But I was so skinny. I could not put on weight. So it was like I couldn't play defensive end. I couldn't, and Oklahoma football, like they take it serious. So I was just like, they're like, just go out there and like, just patrol around and any jump ball, just try to go get it.
Right on, man. Did you ever do the Oklahoma drill?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, let's go.
My 8th grade year was the first year I played tackle. We did the Oklahoma drill, and I made the mistake of like, all right, I'm really going to kind of like you said, I'm going to keep my head down and just got hit on the top of the head, like stinger all down my
Oh, the old whack-a-mole. Oh man, that's the worst.
Turtled.
Yeah, turtled.
The last play of my high school career in the playoffs and caught a pass across the middle, maybe 10 yards. Same play, caught another pass across the middle, 10 yards. We go back to it, and this linebacker who was signed to like Tulsa or something, small school in Oklahoma, just absolutely levels me. And all I remember is just like staring up into the night sky, trying to catch my breath. And I see him over me, and he just does gets a penalty. And I was like, you know what? I think we're good. I think basketball maybe.
Well, this is pertinent because we used to ask basketball guys this. It wasn't in the rundown, but Do you think you could have played in the NFL?
I mean, I would have had to like really dedicate time to it. I mean, you never know. I mean, there's so many guys that are like later bloomers. Like, I think like when it comes to like this like whole debate, I think it's very interesting because everybody thinks they can do everything else. But it's just like I don't think people realize. Like, I've learned this from like talking to like Whitworth or like Ryan Khalil, who you guys know, and it's like listening to them talk about the game of football and like all the nuances and all the things that they have to think about and do. It really like lets you know that like we all don't know what we're talking about. We think we can go do these things because you watch these guys do it and you're like, wow, not that it looks easy, but you do it so well that you think like, oh, I could do that. But you're not thinking about all the variables and all these other things that are going into it. And like, you just don't know until you've been put in that situation. Like, I mean, I've had teammates who can't remember the play out of the timeout.
Oh no! No! What are we?
How could we expect somebody to go out and like be in a 2-minute drill and like remember all this when like we can't remember one play?
Just so you know, there's some guys that we've played with that aren't very good at the timeout either. Like, that's not exclusive to
There was one player not too long ago.
Sure.
There was a player not too long ago who was in his later years. I'm not going to say who it was, but would literally leave the huddle on the biggest play of the game and ask me what he had. And I'm just like, what? God damn it.
Oh, the amount of time. Yeah, it's tough. Like, hey, where am I supposed to be?
And then I secretly tell him to do something so that I get open. It's the best. Just,
yeah.
All right, here.
Clear it out for me.
Who do you have winning it all in the playoffs this year? Or the NBA championship, I should say.
I mean, Oklahoma City is the best team, like barring like an injury. I mean, they're a little bit banged up right now, but they look fantastic. The East is super interesting to me because Boston was supposed to be like a down year, like with all the injuries, they traded guys away. It was Jason Tatum was out, and then Jaylen Brown just had a monster year. They had guys step up. I mean, Brad Stevens literally a couple hours ago won executive of the year. I mean, they just put this team together so well. Joe Mazzulla is a great coach. Jason Tatum's now back. And so to me now, after watching how, Cleveland looks, Detroit looks, and the Knicks look, like I'm like, man, Boston, in my opinion right now, is the team that's going to match up with Oklahoma City in the finals. But Oklahoma City healthy, man, that's tough. They're a good team.
Being from Cleveland, I still hope that they find a way to get physical on the defensive side. Come on, Cavs! Come on!
You heard it, boys. Just get physical.
Just listen to Blake. Don't listen to your coach. Listen to Blake.
Go watch Lance Stevenson clips from when he was with was it Pacers? Do you remember that when he was doing
fucking LeBron's ear? That's not the physicality that we're talking about, Jason.
That's not what Blake's talking
the
about.
opposite of what I'm talking about.
Well, Blake, you and your brother got drafted in the same year.
How about that?
How often do you remind him that you were the first overall pick and he was 48th?
Oh man, you know what? I pretty much every day. No, that was like talk about like a dream come true. I mean, obviously you guys both got to play at the same time, but like, man, like draft night, like it was like a little stressful because it was like, I was fortunate enough to go one, and then we were kind of waiting around, and then when it happened, it was just like, this is the best night ever. Family, friends there, and like, to like do that thing that you've been watching on TV for so long and being like, one day I hope to do it with your brother the same year was pretty cool. And
your brother's in the financial world now, right?
Yeah, he started when he retired. Like my brother was always like straight A student, perfect kid, great basketball player. Yeah, so annoying.
Never be Jason.
I was always Taylor's brother growing up. It was like, oh, there's Taylor's brother, and it was just like, oh. But yeah, so when he retired, like I was like, man, nobody better to like sort of have in my corner to like help me out, and like not even like as a man, but he started sort of managing my investment stuff. I was kind of like spread out all over the place, and he put his head down and went around and met with a bunch of people and really figured out that space really well. I went to work for a PE company, and now we have a VC fund that we run, and it's a blast. I mean, it's still to this day being able to like, like you guys being able to like still do stuff together is like just the best.
I was always little Kels. It was like, yeah, there's little Kels. Well, he's pretty good at sports, but he can't read or write. So who knows? Who knows? We still haven't seen him play it in game yet.
Good kid.
Yeah,
good kid.
though. Good kid, though.
Yeah, but look at you now, dude. You can read now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well-
Do audio. Yeah.
That's why Jason does the intros.
You hit that one on the head. Half the time, I can't even pronounce the name of the people we have on here.
Your dad coached you guys in high school?
Yeah, man.
You guys had to have won state.
We did. I won 4. My brother won 2. And it was we played in like a little bit lower division, but man, my dad was like a legendary high school basketball coach. He's coached for 40 plus years and like, I don't know, 15 state championships, something like that. And just,
He must have played, right?
yeah, he played like basketball and football in college, like a small college. And then when he coached football and basketball, and then he only coached basketball. I think like when I was young, I think maybe like 8 or 9, he kind of stopped coaching football and just was like all basketball.
Yep, these boys going to the NBA. Waste my time with that pigskin.
He had a vision. Yeah, it was awesome though. It was really cool. And also like, dude, like, you know, he pushed me harder than maybe another coach would have, because he knew exactly how to make me work, you know, and I was like, you know, sounds like I was a little bit more like Travis, just a little scattered, a little everywhere, getting in trouble a little bit too much.
Get a good growth spurt. Everybody saw the potential.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay, now we'll give this kid a chance.
Wow, he's powerful. He just jumped and touched the top of the backboard. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's all those quarter squats, man.
That's right.
Dude, when you came on the scene at OU, holy fucking shit. Did you know that you were just going to fucking take it over like that? Like, I don't know how to explain it. We were watching it from the fucking like Cincinnati and Cleveland, and you fucking were dunking on everybody, going coast to coast, fucking just the most athletic, powerful. Did you know you like were going to take over the fucking college basketball world like that?
No, dude. I mean, my freshman year, I had like a solid freshman year, and I like, there was some moments my freshman year, I was like, okay, like I can do this. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm getting a little bit of buzz here, but decided to come back, didn't enter the draft after my freshman year, decided to come back. And dude, I went away. My brother and I went and worked out with us. We found this trainer in San Francisco. This guy's like nuts. And we went for 2 straight months, had no money, you know, in college. And we worked out for 2 straight months. It was like 6 days a week. We were like running sand hills, and it's like unconventional training. We do basketball in the morning, work out in the afternoon, go back and do basketball. And that's when I came back to campus for like summer workouts, it was like a very clear difference. And like, it was big for me because it was like, I realized, you know, the value of hard work. And I always felt like I worked hard, but like I really like put in a lot of time. And that's sort of when I made that like jump. And then my sophomore year was kind of when I sort of broke out like on a national scale. But man, college was so fun. I loved every minute of it.
Was it always Oklahoma?
It actually wasn't. So my brother committed and played there his freshman year. And then they got a new coach. Kelvin Sampson left. There was like some recruiting violations. They got this new coach. And I honestly like, dude, I loved Kansas. I loved Florida. Thought about going to play with our boy. Cause you know, I'd known CP for years, you know, playing AAU and stuff. And then I had like Duke and North Carolina on my list, but that was kind of like just like it felt like it was like just a lifelong dream of like Duke and North Carolina. But I wanted to go to a place where like, my brother was there, you know, it was close to home. My parents could come watch us play. And then also just like wanted to go to a place where you felt like they really believed in you and you were going to be the guy and you were going to get the opportunity. Yeah. And I'm so glad I did. Like, that's always kind of my advice to like younger guys is like, you can't fall for everything these coaches are telling you. Cause like, you know, their job's on the line every year, just like everybody else. So go to a place that you're really, appreciated, which is crazy because it's the complete opposite now with NIL.
Dude, I was about to say, you can go, and you can get to the league from just about anywhere. And that's any league, that is. You know what I mean? That if the film is out there, and sometimes all you need is that step in the door, man. But it's way different, especially over there in Oklahoma where you guys got actual like booster money.
Yeah, football players were eating good when I was there.
O-line was heavy.
Yeah.
Very relatable, obviously, with Travis and I going to Cincinnati. And that was similar to us, is like, I played for 3 different head coaches. So that was the model back then, was like, you got to fall in love with the university and like where you're at, as opposed to that. Because that could change. I mean, on average, coaches were getting fired or taking promotions within 3 years, especially at the smaller schools. Like it was going to be quick turnover. But yeah, NIL's changed all of it. Where do you stand on NIL? Are you pro NIL?
I'm somewhere in between because what we've done is effectively created a pro sports model without the things that keep professional sports on the rails. Like, and it, sure, it's hard to like unionize like all those college athletes. And so to me, what it should be is like football, basketball, men's and women's basketball and football are usually the money earners at schools. And like, so those sports, like there should be a union, there should be a collective bargaining agreement, there should be a salary cap. That we have to sort of rein in the transfer thing. I get it. Like you shouldn't be stuck at a school, but you can't. I mean, some guys are on their fifth school in 5 years.
Yeah, there should be a commitment, like a 1, 2, 3 year deal. Like there should be something from the player that's like, hey, I'm bought into this relationship as well.
I mean, you said it. Like you have to fall in love with the university. Like I loved going to the University of Oklahoma, and I'm not saying like it's wrong now because kids are doing what they should be doing. Like go get as much money as possible, and
for sure.
do whatever.
If you're not the
can.
Starter here, go to a school that'll pay you to be the starter.
Yeah, there's no blame from me on the athlete side. I just think there needs to be parameters, just because and also something that's not talked about really is like some of the other sports are being affected by this as well because they're like some schools are cutting some of these non-revenue sports.
Oh shit!
And it's messing up the whole ecosystem. And like, dude, I mean, you look at like we're always so good at the Olympics because every college you have so many different avenues to go wrestle, to go do whatever sport it is you do. And if other sports are affected by this NIL and the big money making sports, then I don't think that's okay too. I think everybody,
right.
if we're going to pay student athletes, everybody should get some. I'm not saying everybody should get the exact same amount. But everybody should get some, and then there should also be all the other sports should be taken care of as well.
So how much did you get under the table at Oklahoma?
Dude, I was getting gift cards.
Oh, sweet. Applebee's. Hell yeah.
Those appetizers at Applebee's are going down easy, boys.
Real Midwestern deep cut.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is luxury. Longhorn Steakhouse. No way.
Yeah. Dude, the bread rolls at Longhorn Steakhouse.
We go to St. Joe, Missouri every fucking year, dude. And it is like the classiest establishment in St. Joe. They're going to fucking kill me for saying that. But it is literally one of the big, I'm only there for like 3 weeks and it's right next to campus. So we go there whenever we want to like get the team together. I fucking pig out. They just bring the rolls out the entire time. Like it doesn't just start in the beginning. Oh, yeah. It's just like as they come out of the oven, just like, yeah, just bring those things on over here.
It's the best. Especially like these college towns too. Like you go eat like a king.
Dude, we had Lane Johnson early when he got there. I forget if it's Longhorn or Outback because I always just associate them as like pretty much the same restaurant in my head.
Yeah.
But
one's got rolls like, and the other's got bloomin' onions.
Either way, he's like, dude, you got to get the chicken fingers. And I'm like, bro, you want me to go get the chicken fingers? He's like, just trust me. And I was like, how much have you eaten of like Longhorn to know that the chicken fingers is like where you've gotten to that part of the menu that you're just getting chicken fingers. So we went and I got the chicken fingers and he was right. The chicken fingers were absolutely fantastic. Blake, you're drafted number 1 overall to the Clippers. What was it like going to the NBA, being the number 1 overall draft pick?
I mean, truly, like, obviously like a dream come true, but also like, I don't know if people remember, but like the Clippers was like,
you put the clip. Yeah, you took the Clippers up there.
They had the number 1 pick for a reason. Yeah,
exactly. And like, dude, I remember like I think it was Bill Simmons wrote like an article like saying like it was like an open letter to Tommy Griffin, my dad. It was like, don't let the Clippers draft your son. Like, like
warning.
Truly, you know what I mean? Like because they were famously had like 3 number 1 picks that none of them panned out, and so there was like a lot of unknown, and it was like a little bit daunting, but I kind of like, it was sort of, it helped like the fact that I went to Oklahoma because it wasn't like at the time, it wasn't really a program that like, it wasn't like a top 25 consistently year after year. And the whole conversation that I had with my coach, Jeff Capel there was like, you want to be a part of building something, you know what I mean? It means a lot to do that. And so I sort of had that experience in college, and I kind of went in the NBA sort of with the same mindset of like, hey, like, let's try to turn this around. And like, I don't think I realized the history of the Clippers at the time, but we got lucky. We had some great young players, and Chris Paul came, and that team, started running, and I think that's one of the things that we're like very proud of to this day is like, the Clippers still have their faults, but like they're not looked at in the same light, and we felt like we were sort of like part of that team that sort of tried to change that mindset of the Clippers.
When it was you, CP, DeAndre Jordan, fucking dunking on everybody, every fucking game was a highlight reel. Like that shit made everybody Clipper fans, man. And it definitely boosted the stock. And then you get Steve Ballmer creating a new stadium for him. Like you could definitely tell that it started when you guys were rocking and rolling and in the hunt for it, man.
Do you think you got treated differently by guys playing against you because you're number one pick? Like, do you think you had a mark on you to be like, yeah, I'm going to show this guy what the NBA is like? Or
I think a little bit, but like it is like, the term like brotherhood gets thrown around a lot. And like, I think when we came in, it was like a little bit different. Like guys were, especially on the Clippers, like the Clippers was kind of like a place that like guys went to at the end of their careers, couldn't get a contract somewhere else. And like, they were just trying to make it. And so I didn't feel like it was like an environment where I was really like, being like guys taking you under their wing and showing you the way. It was guys just trying to extend their careers and keep playing. And then that changed, when Chris Paul came, and then we had some great vets, Chauncey Billups, Grant Hill, like we had Lamar Odom, who was like just one of my favorite teammates, Jamal Crawford. So we sort of had that later on, but yeah, I mean, I think you have a target on your back as like the number one pick. But like I also had like a chip on my shoulder because I had to sit out my whole first year. My first year I was hurt, and like I had to hear for an entire year. I had to hear about how the Clippers messed up another draft pick, and like this guy was going to be a bust, and like I'm just sitting there like just steaming, just ready to so ready to like play that like when I finally did. That next year I was like, no mercy, just try to go dunk everything and try to just like play as hard as you can.
Then you came in and you went straight to the All-Star game, which is fucking, that's the Blake Griffin we all know. Was that the year that you jumped into the dunk contest too?
Yeah, that was my rookie year. So like, I mean, I set out my whole first year, so that wasn't my rookie year. So the next one I came back, that was my rookie year. And then, yeah, I was like, got lucky, man. I made the All-Star game and got to do the dunk contest and checked off some boxes.
Everybody looks at the dunk contest like it just isn't what it was because you don't have the huge names that you typically saw, at least we saw growing up, the superstars of the league. So did you feel that like, had that always been a dream of yours, or did you feel like you kind of owed that to the game? Or
yeah, I mean both. I definitely like. I mean, I would record Vince Carter's dunk contest.
97.
Like,
come on now.
I recorded him, dude. I mean, that was like my childhood, and that was like peak. Like watching like tapes of like Michael Jordan doing the dunk contest and all these big names. Like it was like, yeah, I want to do that. But also like, yeah, I do think that like there's the reason why the dunk contest kind of is what it is like guys just don't want to do it anymore, and which is kind of a shame because it's like, I don't know, it's like, have we built it up too much where guys don't want to go do it and fail? Or like, for me, like, dude, being the 6'10", like 260, like dunk contests really aren't like my specialty. Like just dunking in game is more like my thing. Big guys like Dwight did it 3 years, I think. And like, that was awesome. I thought that was great because like, it's a big guy who, again, like not really his specialty. But like, we just need guys to do it. And we need the young guys to do it. We need the Anthony Edwards, the Zions. We need all those guys.
Come on, Ant. Just go up there and just fucking, you don't got to do a whole 360 windmill between the legs. Like just go in there and just fucking.
Just do something. You know what I mean? Like the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine dunk contest was incredible. It was one of the best dunk contests ever. And since then we haven't really had like the names or like but I think that's what it is. Like, I think, I say this as like somebody who brought in a car as a prop. Like,
shout out to Kia. Shout out to Kia.
To be gimmicky, but shout out to Kia. That Kia one. So I don't know. I hope it gets back.
Let's give a fan out of the stands the ability to try and block the dunk. so that we can just get posterized like images. I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Is this you trying to like get on the court?
I want to be able to block. I want to see if I can block a dunk. Yeah.
Just slam ball style.
Like I've been training, guys.
Yeah.
I've been doing my quarter squats. I feel like it might happen. Put a force like scale. So like see who can dunk the hardest. Like who can apply the most pounds per force to the rim. Yes. who can shatter their skin on their fingers the hardest.
Yeah, we got to do something. So I don't know. I appreciate you throwing out these options, Jason.
We want to educate our fans on basketball history. Big moments in the NBA. Can you explain the significance of this photo of a chair?
Oh yeah. Remember like it was yesterday. High level real quick. DeAndre Jordan is with us for years. Dallas tries to sign him away. Our boy CP was on Dallas at the time, was part of the recruiting process. They got DJ to commit. And then so DeAndre was like, he had texted me. So he commits to them on like a Saturday call. He texted me on Sunday and he's like, what you think? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I think? Like I'd already told him like, happy for you. You got to do what you got to do. And I can tell he's having second thoughts. And so I get a phone call from Doc Rivers, our coach, of like, hey, I think we can get DJ back, but I need you to get on a plane and go to Houston where DeAndre's off-season house was. And so I'm like, all right. So I'm texting DeAndre, I'm like, hey, I'm coming in, go to his house, spend like that night, staying with him, making sure that like Mark Cuban can't come back in and convince him to sign. And everybody comes in the next day, Doc Rivers, JJ Redick, Chris Paul, and myself, and we're all in his house and we're like, convincing him like, hey, like this is the play. We want you here. Like we can do it. And he's like, all right, I'm in. And you can't sign the contract to make it official until like midnight that night.
Okay.
Or 11 p.m. because we were at Central Time. And so we're just sitting in his house and NBA Twitter is going nuts. Just nuts. They're like, there's all the rumors flying around, like what's happening, what's going on. People were saying that we held him hostage. So I'm like, all right, well, if we're gonna be stuck here, I'm gonna start fucking with people. So he'll put the chair under the door, take a picture, send it out, and like it was the most nuts day on NBA Twitter.
That's amazing,
dude. Nobody wanted Lob City to break up, man. You guys were so fucking electric. And I've heard through multiple sources. I mean, Joe Dumars was just hyping DeAndre up not too long ago, talking about the type of teammate he is and how he's one of the most veteran like leaders. And it's not just in front of the cameras. It's like he's just one of the best guys to have on your roster because of who he is. And I already know you guys had fucking unbelievable time, but can you speak a little bit upon like what is it that DeAndre really brought to the team in terms of that energy?
Dude, he's like, you see him now as like a vet, and like it's easier for vets to do that, but he was that for us when he was, second, third, fourth year in the league. Like he's like a connector of people. And not to mention he was just an absolute freak athlete. Like I watch him like physically punk a lot of centers and just like also never gets hurt. Like just like he's a monster, but like off the court, he's just one of those people that brings people together. You know what I mean? He keeps everything light. He knows he has incredible like empathy and EQ. Like his emotional awareness is like off the charts. Where like he sees somebody like not maybe having their best day or best game, and he'll go put his arm around them because he's built that relationship with each guy on the team. So I saw the Joe Dumars quote, and it's so true. I mean, he's like, and now at this point of his career, he's just pouring back into other guys and being a mentor. But he was such an important piece for us, even when he was younger, and in the prime of his career, just the type of person he is.
Love hearing that.
You guys were unstoppable on the court, but I definitely was throwing fucking lobs left and right on 2K. God, fucking epic.
There you go.
Yeah, it was good. We had a good run. Didn't quite reach the mountaintop, but that'll always haunt me. So thanks for bringing that up, guys.
No. It's all positive here, man. It's all positive.
Wait, but hold on. What is the football equivalent of? Is it just like trucking somebody like for a touchdown?
There's a few. So getting mossed is probably the closest equivalent, which is like the receiver jumping up over a DB to catch it, right? Another version
on the defensive side, is just absolutely lighting a motherfucker up. I think that's just you don't want to get caught, especially if you see him coming.
That's post.
Yeah, it's one thing if you don't see it coming.
How tough is that in film? How tough is that in film? Like the next
it's. I mean, for me, if I get lit up, it's like, it's part of the gig, especially if it happens to where I don't see it.
Right.
It happened in my first game, honestly. I talk about it all the time. Bernard Pollard was like fucking back there, like he was a veteran at that point. So he was playing for Tennessee and he was like trying to like fake whether he was in cover 4, cover 3, playing the middle field. And he kind of just like at the last second came like snuck down into the box. And the last time I looked at him, I was like, all right, cool. He's back. And when I caught the ball, I tried to catch it and like use my momentum to like get upfield. And he fucking rocked me to the point where like, it's like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Oh shit, I don't have the ball anymore. And like, I just grab on to like the closest person to me to try and save them from getting to the ball.
Yeah.
And I watched that over like 10 times, crying, laughing, like, God damn, that's a fucking welcome to the NFL moment if I've ever fucking seen
for
one.
sure. You definitely have to like you can't get salty about like getting dunked on or you gotta like embrace it.
You can't be deleting your Twitter. You just gotta run with it, right? You just gotta go
embrace it.
We had
shout out to Perk.
the worst is when you have just an awful play, but it's like a huge play that they're just going to replay forever. Like Landon Dickerson's first ever play in the NFL. Landon's an unbelievable guard. He comes in at right guard. He hadn't played it. It was his first play in the NFL. Halfway through the year because his knee was all fucked up from college. Eric Armstead just Mountain Dean, like bull rushes him and throws him on his back. And it was like one of the biggest plays of the year. And so now, like for the last 4 years, you're just every time they install that concept, they go into that play, and Landon's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's so tough. Like it's an iconic play that just won't go away your whole career.
Yeah. So, God damn it, this one again.
Mine is every single time we play the Chargers, I get everybody hitting me up on social media about when Derwin James suplexed me at the goal line. He literally, it was like a dead. It was a posterization. It was a dead play. It was like Pat's like fucking scrambling back and forth. Did he have this fucking dialed up, Brandon? You sick son of a bitch! Look, he
got to this very quickly.
I had already ran like 3 different routes. Oh no! Oh fuck! Even worse, the ball as soon as I hit the ground fucking shoots up like a goddamn firecracker, and I'm just like, God damn it! Nobody likes to talk about how I made 2 guys miss on that play. Let alone Derwin's just fucking strong guy, man. Strong guy.
He's strong. He's a strong guy. I don't know.
There's a moment where you're on top of his shoulders, and I'm just like, fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Looking down, I'm just like, just hold on to it.
Yeah. Just trying to survey your options and you have none.
Can I lean on somebody else?
Can I throw? Who's open? Is anybody open?
Yeah. But like those type of plays always happen in such slow motion.
You already know.
In real life.
100%.
And you're just like, it just replays in your mind over and over and over again. The worst. All
right, we're here to we got to ask. You do not have to answer. We are going to ask. Who has the better squirrel tweet, Blake or Travis?
Blake, you got a squirrel tweet?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this either, but I'm looking forward to it. So obviously everyone knows on our show, Blake, I'm not sure if you're aware, this is Travis's squirrel tweet. I just gave a squirrel a piece of bread and it straight smashed all of it. I had no idea they ate bread like that.
The best part is the hashtag crazy. It's so good. By the way, that's like old Twitter was like, that's what it was. It was just people just saying stuff like that.
Guys, you won't believe what just happened.
This was when Twitter was better. Let's just all agree on that. We need to get back to this.
Just so everyone knows, the 12,000 retweets and 300 comments were like 30 years after this. Like that got absolute no traction when I posted that. I was like going back to my phone, like looking at it like, still nobody. All right. Nobody wanted to hit me back. Like, that's crazy, dude. No.
All right. Here's Blake's tweet. accidentally hit a squirrel yesterday in my car. Feel so guilty I could barely sleep. Casey.
I'll never forget. I was driving home from practice, and I like clipped its leg, and I looked back in the rearview mirror, and I see it just like struggling, and I was just like, no. I felt so bad. And then, I don't know, for some reason, by the way, that was Twitter at the time. I was like, I guess I'll tweet about this.
It's the best, man.
I wish I had put haha crazy, though.
Always got to end it with a little hashtag, man. What's a good hashtag for this? Crazy.
I would have loved to see like you workshopping which other ones you didn't use.
Dude, not a big vocabulary.
That's nuts, LOL.
That's nuts.
That's amazing.
We got to ask you some rapid fire standard NBA podcast questions. What's your favorite Kobe story?
Oh man. That I witnessed myself.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or one that you heard of. Either one's fine.
Well, I'll give you like one that I like really shows you how much of like just a competitor he is. We're training camp for 2012 Olympics. We're in Vegas doing workouts. And at the time, like I'd been fortunate enough to make the team, and I was kind of like one of the younger guys. And so they would always have other younger guys come in and scrimmage us. And so like Paul George was on the younger team, and Aaron Gordon and Kyrie.
Kyrie was
and
nasty.
So we're scrimmaging like day one, and I'm like, man, like these guys are like they're kind of frying Kobe. And I didn't of course I didn't say anything. I was just kind of like taking note of it. And then day two, kind of same thing. I'm like, he does not look good. I'm like, is this in my mind? I'm like, am I seeing the end of like Kobe Bryant? Like, can he not do it anymore? So day three, I'm down in the weight room at the hotel before we go over on the buses for practice. I'm working out, and I see Kobe and his trainer or two of his trainers and a security guard walking like kind of through like the gym, like going, and they're covered in sweat. I'm like, man, he must have just got it. And I asked one of his trainers, I'm like, what'd you guys do? You just work out? And he goes, I'm like, what's up? And he goes, Kobe's got us doing these like 60-mile bike rides at like 2 a.m. And so I realized that he didn't care about the practice at all. I mean, he practiced hard, but he was waking his trainers up, and they would go for a 60-mile bike ride at 2 a.m. in Vegas. This is the only time he could do it because it's Vegas in the summer. And then he would come in, he would go to the weight room, he would work out, he would go eat breakfast, and then he would come to practice. And I was like, oh, that's why he doesn't look
That's
good.
why, okay.
And,
That's why he looks a little slower today.
Everybody else is like in the club, and Kobe's like working out. But like that to me is like just like the guy was it's an absolute basketball sicko in the best way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like did things to like he would do workouts to just gain like a mental edge.
Feel more confident about what he's doing. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. I just love that because like, man, he was awesome.
He was.
R.I.P., man.
Now that he's won a playoff game with his son, and we do hate asking this question because it's stupid. But we have to ask it. Got to ask. Who's the GOAT, LeBron or MJ?
Oh man, I mean that was a pretty cool moment. I'm such an MJ guy. Like we all get judged as athletes. We get judged on winning, and to me, like there's no basketball player that has won in a better fashion, in a more dominant fashion than Michael Jordan.
It's hard to argue.
Like 6 times to the finals, 6-0, never went to a game 7, finals MVP every year, like highest points per game average in the playoffs. Like he has all these things that like, I'm just like, in terms of like a career, like he won the best. And that's how we get judged. Now, LeBron has had like the best career from top to bottom. He's still doing it. But like, you know, I think you go with the way guys win. So I have Jordan 1, I have LeBron 2, but it's like, I think the problem with this debate is like people think that you're saying that one guy sucks because you're putting the other guy at 1. It's like, no, they're both the best of all time. But you know, that's if I have to rank it, that's how I rank those things.
Who's your all-time starting 5?
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this one.
Oh man, okay. Let's go. Dude, I'm gonna put Steph at one, the point guard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Get him out on the court. He needs to be out there.
Yeah. Put that ball in his hands. Let him do what he does. So I'm gonna go MJ at 2, LeBron at the 3, Tim Duncan at the 4.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is my favorite power forward of all. I mean, he's the best power forward of all time.
The technician.
God damn it. The bank is always open. Did you ever fucking hit a bank shot from like 20 feet out? Because that was like his patent move.
I'll tell you what, I tried.
He made it look like it was easier. Like you had a better percentage if you went bank from anywhere on that angle. Yeah.
Big fundamental. That's gonna be my 4. And then I'm gonna go Shaq, just the most dominant player of all time at the 4.
Shaquille
at the 5.
O'Neal. I mean, yeah, you can't argue with that shit.
What's crazy is like I just had to like leave Kobe off the list.
That is crazy.
If you're not doing it by like, okay, I need a point guard and all this, like I would just go Kobe, MJ, LeBron, and then I would go Tim Duncan, So, but I'm just, I like to mix it up.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I hear you.
Sorry, I'm not really rapid firing these. I'm giving a long, drawn out explanation of everything.
We'll cut it up. It'll seem real fast. They'll be like, man, he was quick with that starting 5. You've done stand-up before. Is comedy something that you want to pursue more of? Do you want to full-time be in the club? Like, where are you at in your stand-up career?
In the club?
I want to be in the club every day. Yeah, I don't know. I love stand-up, man. It's like fascinating to me. It's like a really fun challenge. I just love comedy, man. I love it so much. And I'm working on a couple of things. I'm not really working on stand-up right now, but I kind of always have. I keep like a notes folder of jokes, so I'm like kind of always like writing jokes if like I think of something. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but maybe someday it'd be pretty cool to have like a special at one point.
Fuck yes.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So you've just kind of like tested the waters in the stand-up world.
Yeah, I've done I went and hosted this show at this big comedy festival, I think for the first time. And then I've done stuff here and there. I did like a roast, a Comedy Central roast, which is all like really fun. But my thing about stand-up too is like, I don't want to go to like the Comedy Store and like ask for time. And then somebody gets bumped, like some guy who's like grinding, trying to make it. Like, it's
sure.
But I do love it. So I'm working on some projects right now that are like comedy based, and we'll see how those go.
Give me your top 3 comics of all time.
For me, Chappelle is like legendary, because it was just like my era. We were in high school like when Chappelle was like
that
Chappelle
first
show.
episode. I will never forget going into the school
the next day
after Clayton Bigsby made its television debut.
Oh my gosh, dude. If you like didn't watch the show like that Wednesday night, on Thursday, like you weren't involved in conversations at school.
It's so true.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Chappelle is like definitely my top 3. I have to go like Eddie Murphy.
Ooh,
2.
Okay, taking it back. Nice.
The leather tracksuit or jumpsuit or whatever.
Yeah. Delirious, Eddie Murphy, Delirious. Can't say that guy's canceled.
Comedians they're walking a fine line usually.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I love now. Probably you can't really put him in a top 3, but right now, like, dude, Shane Gillis is just everything he touches, man.
He's probably one of my favorites, if not all time, dog. Every single time I see that dude on screen, I am fucking dying laughing.
Yeah, dude, and it does like it could be like just him, a podcast clip of him just talking. Like he just always has something. Yeah, it's really incredible. So I hope he keeps going on that trajectory. So I'll go with those 3. I'll probably get some flack for Shane being in the top 3 at this point of his career, but he's on his way.
100%. Especially with tires. All right, let's get into our last question. We always ask everybody what was their welcome to their profession moment. So what was your welcome to NBA moment for you?
Oh, man. I'd say the first time I played against Kobe, I'm like so hyped up, and before the jump ball, he's like, "Hey, what's up, young fella? Like, congratulations." Blah, blah. I'm like, man, are me and Kobe boys? I think we're going to be best friends.
I knew he knew who I was.
I mean, we might. There's a chance we hang out after this. And I'm setting like, this is like maybe second quarter. I'm setting like this pin down screen, and so for my teammate, and he's guarding him. Kobe's guarding him, and he's coming off, and like Kobe's just like we talked. He's just a competitor, and he comes off that screen so hard and just catches me in the stomach harder than I've ever been hit in the stomach in my life. And I'm just like doubled over and just like rethink. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we're not friends.
We're not boys.
He was a lot nicer before than he is now.
But it was like a good reminder of like, it was like kind of like that welcome to the NBA was like, no, you can say hello before the game, but that jump ball happens. Like it's all
fucking war. Hell yeah, man.
And he was like he was like maybe one of the last great guys who like, it was like cool before the game, cool after the game, during the game, fuck you, you're the enemy. You know what I mean? I love that. I just think it's great because it's no hard feelings. It's like we're competing.
Ultimate competitor, man. And you definitely had that too, brother Blake. Thank you so much for the story, dog. Thank you for the time. One of my all-time favorites on the court, dog. And honestly, ever since we got to hang, dog, just the fucking best, man. It's always fucking laughs through the fucking roof. And can't wait to see how the rest of the Amazon stuff goes for you these playoffs. We'll be watching, brother.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you to Blake Griffin. That conversation was once again brought to you by Reese's.
So
or as Travis and I call it, Reese's. He is the best. I mean, fucking hilarious.
It's fun going down memory lane with the big guy, man.
Smart as hell, also funny as fuck, can chop it up, can be a goofball. He is
jack of all trades, man.
Was an incredible player, but he is made for doing TV and entertainment.
I forgot to ask him about why is he so good at commercials? I forgot to fucking ask him, man. He is literally one of the best.
He's the best.
Like athletes into endorsements, commercials wise. Bro, god damn it. Oh, well, I'll have to ask him in person next time I see him.
He's got the it factor. Nobody's saying he's overexposed. Nobody was yelling at him for going to the Masters.
Nobody's yelling.
He's just got it. He's just got
these Kelseys off my fucking screen. God damn it.
All right, that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you to Blake Griffin. Also, there are still tickets available for our New Heights live show in LA on June 15th.
Let's go,
Check out the link in the description.
Let's go.
Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wonder show brought to you by Xfinity. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. We're going to have a bunch with our guy, Blake. Thank you to New Heights production team. Thank you to the 92%ers for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week, baby. Peace.
This is the first day. I just want to preface, this is the first day of trying to dunk a basketball in 20 years. I'm going to tear my ACL trying to do this anymore. All right. That's good enough. That's it for today.
That's it for today.
Oh.
No Full disclosure, that's a 9-foot rim. That's a 9-foot rim.
I was about to say, no way. That's
okay, this was pre-quarter squat. I'm telling you, if I show you some later clips, I think
it did get better. I'll vouch. It did get better after this. Yes, I told him, I was like, bro, you're like gathering steps. You look like a fucking idiot.
You look like an offensive lineman.
Exactly. We got to get your technique down. Go watch some Blake Griffin highlights. Watch how he gathers.
It's all about the approach and the last two steps, and then
there we go.
Got to work on those hands too. Maybe
we can space them out. You got spacers, Jason?
I was spraying Tough Skin, the stuff they put on your ankles before they tape them.
I will say this: Jason's only working with 4 fucking fingers. He fucking snapped the tendon.
One of them's not great.
That's not. Yeah, that doesn't help.
God, that was fucking hilarious, dude. I hadn't seen that first clip in a minute.
We got some work to do, but we'll get you there.